Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I will be talking on not chasing a person, more so talking on like pursuing a relationship. I meant like usually like point at somebody and be like, hey, you getting chased. That person might have a medical condition, asthma. I'm saying they got something going on in their life to where, getting chased. Yeah, that's just that wasn't on today's agenda. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't chase people, but more so, yeah, I'll be talking on like, relationship wise, don't chase people because no, it's not good. It's not good at all, for your mental and stuff. And I know romance movies may give off the impression where like, oh, okay, I gotta chase, like, nah, my thing is this. And I've read articles on this because this is something that I've wondered myself. But no, I've read articles on this where if it's one-sided, where like you're the one that's sending the nice messages, the flowers, the chocolates, like you're the comp, like you're like everything like is coming from you, and there's like just barely anything coming from it, like not even barely, like little to nothing, like second to nothing. There might be a oh thank you, or oh that's so sweet, or like nah, if it's stuff like that. And I know a lot of people may hear this and be like, oh well, I'm okay with that. No, you should not be okay with that. Like, you should never ever in life be okay with some stuff like that. But no, it's my thing is this. I've dealt with stuff like that, like frequently. And I had to say, yeah, just recently I've dealt with some stuff like that, and it's not fun. Like, I don't find the fun in that. I don't find the fun in chasing somebody, and I'm like, fam, like, I did have asthma. Like, I had lung issues when I was a kid. I still have, like, I'll be outside trying to jog, and I'm like, I am tired. Okay, don't expect no full sprint running. Like, next girl, I'm walking. I am taking my time and I am walking. In fact, I might stand there and, look at the clouds and, look at the scenery, appreciate life and stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's what you should be doing in the first place. You should just overall be appreciating life. And if something happens and it's a natural feeling, then yeah, overall, like, all right, you good. Like, everything is all right. But overall, like, yeah, if it's if ain't nothing going down, then yeah, it's always, and I think I've said this before, but it's always best to move on and stuff, because that, like I said, that stuff, it will mess with your mental, it might mess with your physical, where you're just laying down eating, you're not really going out and exercising and stuff. Like, nah, that's what I had to do today, because I was like, I've kind of found myself in that mindset. And I'm like, no, I had to go outside and jog today. And I probably am going to go and do that the whole week. Well, actually, no, because I plan on, I'm going to probably go to the mall or something tomorrow. So I can at least just, be outdoors and stuff. But I'm telling you, it's not fun, like, being in that mindset. It's not fun. And it's like more so that, like, that chasing mindset, or even the aftermath, like when you get turned down, it's not fun. Like, through that whole process is not good for you. Like, cause my thing is this: you chase somebody that you extremely, all right, maybe not extremely, like, cause I feel like that's just too strong of a word. You chase somebody that you really like, and you're doing all this extra stuff, and ain't nothing coming back from them, and you're thinking, oh, well, I gotta prove myself, I gotta prove my worthy and stuff. You shouldn't have to do that when you're chasing somebody. You should just be able to be like, hey, look, I like you, like, some things, and then some things happen to you. But if it's like, you're just one day you do this, next day you do this, next day you do this, and it just keeps going on and on and on, and ain't nothing happening like towards you, like, it gets to a point where you have to like ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth like chasing after this person and stuff? Because yeah, and that's the thing where, like, I know a lot of people will reference like romance movies. Well, the guy did it in the Notebook, Jim did it in The Office, Jack did it in Titanic. Fictional. All fictional movies and TV shows. Titanic, Jack and Rose, sorry to break the news to you, fictional. The Office, Jim and Pam, sorry to break the news to you, fictional. Which one did I say? It was Titanic, The Office. Oh, and then the guy from The Notebook, fictional. All of them situations may come off as realistic. It's not. It is not realistic. If you save a girl diving off of a boat, you save the girl. That doesn't mean that the girl, like, if she's all like, oh, thank you, you saved my life, this, that, blah, blah. Now, if it is a situation where she does have an abusive husband or boyfriend, then, I feel like in cases like that, yeah, chase after the girl but that's the thing, where it's like, if ain't nothing going down, like, it ain't none of that extra stuff, then, yeah, then overall, it's, don't chase that person, but... Anyways, and then in the office, I'm trying to think, Roy I think that was his name or something. Like, that dude, he was just, he was, well, I don't know. He redeemed himself. He did get married and all that other stuff. But, why am I talking on these shows like they were real stuff? They're not real stuff. None of it is real. Okay, so... Anyways, but yeah, like, that's like one of the main reasons why I don't like romance movies, because they try to make it seem realistic when it's not. And the fact that, like, Titanic, like, I used to appreciate that movie, but once when I found out that movie was, well, at least Jack and Rose, their story was fictional, at that point, I was all like, fam, romance movies are a lie. Like, no, seriously, romance movies are like some of the like biggest lies in Hollywood, because they give you this imagination that, oh, if I, like the guy in the Notebook, this woman's out on a date and he's sitting there hanging off of Ferris wheels and stuff. I'd be like, first off, I'm scared of heights, so I won't be overall doing no stuff like that. My hands might get sweaty. Next thing you know, I done slipped, broke both my legs and stuff. Now I'm in the hospital. And then this girl, she done ran off and things. I'm like, yeah, it's, my thing is this. When they show like that unrealistic stuff in movies, I'm gonna start calling it out. I'm gonna legit just start calling it out. Like, in any movie, TV show, whatever it is, I'm calling it out, because I'm like, no, you guys like always do this stuff in movies and then be having a thing, or it'll be like the high school. No, and actually, the one thing that I was talking on that not too long ago, but the TV show Saved by the Bell. Now, for those that did not watch that show, that was the most toxic friend group of all time, okay? Like, nah, that friend group was so wild. Zach's dating Jesse, he dated Lisa, then he ended up marrying Kelly, so... On top of, like, I think, wasn't they her bridesmaids, or they were, I don't know, but anyways, I think Jesse was, because was Lisa in the movie? Because, no, they did the whole Saved by the Bell movie and stuff where they went to Vegas and got Zach and Kelly got married and stuff. Now they got out where they got like a family and kids. I don't know. Maybe that type of stuff was going on in the 90s. But I would like to see some stuff like that, because definitely in the 2000s, when I was going to school, I wasn't seeing no stuff like that. So I'm just saying, like, I would like to know what was going to any of my viewers or listeners that went to school back in the 90s, was some Saved by the Bell stuff going on, because I'm curious. I would like to know, or if not, I'll probably, would look online or something, see like, what was going on in high schools and colleges and, during the 90s and stuff, because so I'm telling you, the episodes, the writing was fantastic. Oh, don't get me wrong, the writing in Saved by the Bell was fantastic. They had where Zach, so he eventually does end up dating Kelly after she kind of was given off this illusion where she didn't know whether she wanted to be with Zach or Slater. And I'm like, hold up, if it's a toss-up between me and my friend, choose, like, no, because realistically, if a girl was all like, if she had me going up against my friend, somebody that I would consider my brother, somebody, because I ain't got no brothers, I got one sister, so I'm like, my thing is like closest like guy friend I have, I'm gonna consider that dude my brother. And so if a girl had us like going up against each other and stuff about like, I've been like, nah, you can go right ahead and choose my friend, but I will not do no, because I'm saying Zach was pulling off girls at that school left and right, so that's why I'm like, fam, like, nah, something ain't adding up, okay? That's why I was like, he must have been deeply in love with Kelly and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not enough love in this world to make me choose somebody and she's like, or not choose, but like be with someone and she's like choosing between me and my friend. Like, no, I don't want to believe that, that had to been that writing stuff, but it definitely wasn't no school stuff I don't want to, I refuse to believe that was going on in the 90s. So, but anyways, then it got to a point in time where she had, I think she had kissed, or yeah, she overall cheated on, I think she cheated, well, because when they were in college, I don't know if she cheated on him when they were in college. Because I don't know if she had broke up with, I can't remember. I gotta watch the college episodes all over again. But no, I think she did cheat on him when he had they were like in high school and stuff. And yeah, because she had kissed. So I think the situation, she kissed her boss. And then they kind of had like a thing, and she was dating him. She was dating her boss. And I'm like, fam, I'm telling you, the 90s was wild, okay? It was wild. But no, I'm saying she dated the boss, broke up with Zach. Zach still went, and was like going after. And I think he did at some point, he was like, oh, I'm like in love with Kelly and stuff. And I'm like, fam, you gotta be really in love, like, for a girl to, like, I don't know. I've never been in a situation like that. I don't ever want to be in a situation like that. But yeah, it's like, to have it where a girl cheats on you. Then when they got to college, she started messing around with the professor. And yeah, I think they were dating or something, like, I don't know. And then they ended up getting back together. Then they got married. And I'm like, fam, twice? And that is some true love right there. But I'm saying that right there, fictional love. Because any person in their right mind, and especially in this day and age, you cheat on me twice? And I'm saying, like, my thing is this. And then it's like, getting back, like, to the chase and stuff. If I've been nothing but nice to you and you still, like, choose, and a person still chooses somebody else over you, and at the end of the day, that person's not obligated to choose you, But I'm like, but I don't know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a choosing thing, I'm like, yeah, obviously, choose the other person. Like, if it comes down where you're like, well, I need to, have a choice, and I'm like, I'm literally, like, doing what I can to, make you happy, provide and all that. I'm like, nah, I ain't, that's something I'm like, yeah, choose the other person. But, to go through all of that, and it's like still have it where somebody, like, for those that do worry about that choosing stuff, but it's like to have it where you, like, because I'm more so speaking on for those that don't care. Like, it's like, no, if you need to choose. But you've been nothing but nice to this person, all right? Hear me out. You've been nothing but nice to this person. You've showered this person with, like, mental and, material. Well, I mean, the material stuff don't matter. But I'm saying you have showered them with, like, some of the most, like, mental things that can put them in a much more positive mood. It's not like you're rude to them. It's not like, you do things to them that's gonna, like, have them crying or, like, being mad at you and stuff. And they still choose somebody else over it. That's when you guys stop chasing the person. Like, nah, you have to stop. And that's where, you hear it's like, oh, like, they're in a relationship. Should I still, like, go after? No. It's like, at that point, you have no choice but to move on. Because I'm like, yeah, now that they're in a relationship, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if you are on some Zach and Kelly stuff and you still are in love and you're willing to wait and all this other extra stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Me, I'm an impatient person. So that's why I'm like the waiting stuff. I'm like, hey, like, I can't do it. Like, it's just something where I'm like, if I, like, yeah, overall, I'm like, nothing ain't gonna happen. I'm moving on. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and continue, like, damaging my brain, thinking, putting these, like, false illusions in my head, like, thinking, oh, it's some movie stuff. And that's why I'm like, nah, my thing is this. If I ever, like, sit down and take the time to write out a script to a movie and I want to put that movie in production and all this other extra stuff, and I'm like, I'm being dead serious about, like, making a movie and things, I'm making that movie realistic. I am making that movie as realistic as possible. I'm like some real life situations. And I'm like, and I'm gonna make sure and honestly, that is like probably one of the like dopest ideas to like, do like movie. It's like, this ain't no Titanic, no Office, or no Notebook. I'm not saying that those, are bad movies and bad, like, no, they're great. I still watch those, that stuff till this day. But I'm just saying, like, me personally, I'll make a movie where the girl or the guy doesn't get the other girl or guy, whichever, what are some other things? I'm like, not so much like what marriage and all that, but it's like if a person cheats on you and then you're all like, oh, well, maybe I'll give them another chance and all this. No, that person's flat out kissing, doing some love making, whatever it is that they're doing. All right, like they cheating on you. Nah, you ain't gonna get back with them all like under the, the rainfall and things, and you guys is kissing and like, I'm sorry for everything and this, that, and blah. No. I'm like, I ain't hearing that. So I'm like, I'm making some realistic movie. Because no, it's like, I remember there was one movie, I think it was Coach Carter. And I'm like, it's not like a relationship movie, but it's a very realistic movie. Because I think that movie is based on a true story. I think it is. Hold on for a second. Let me check real quick. Coach Carter. I should watch that movie because it's been years since I watched that movie. But I think that movie is based on the true story. It's a biography drama starring Samuel Jackson. The film is based on a true story of Richmond High School basketball coach Ken Carter. Okay, so yeah, it was based on a true story. But anyways, so it's a like movie about like some high school like basketball kids and stuff. And they're showing like all this like, hard work and all this stuff that they had to like go through in order to, like playing this like basketball game. I think it was a championship game. I don't know. It was an important game. But overall, they get all the way to the end of the movie. Basketball game. You think they're gonna win because usually that's what movies do. Oh, the people that we've been watching for the past 2 hours, they're gonna win the game. No, they lost. They lost the game. It was an important. I think it was an important game. Hold on for a second. Let me check plot. Car size estate. Wait. The drug deal gunned down. Okay, no, that's like some other stuff. Whose cars are pretty ass. Greatest fear, to a quote from some, I think, a book, movie or something. Car size stay and the team soon succeeds in the academic goal. Kenny reunites with Kyra. She learns she had an abortion, explaining she had a choice. What is all this? I don't remember this in the movie. Okay, the team plays in the state quarterfinals match against St. Francis, but loses by 2 points, though they did not win. Carter expresses his pride that the team came together to preserve, give themselves options, achieve every elusive victory within. The film ends with the team celebrating with the community as graphics explain how 6 players went on to college. Okay, so my thing is this. It's like, with the moving on process, you might have like some small victories in life. And that's the thing though, it's like where you gotta like look at that option where it's like, okay, you can continue chasing after this person, right? Or move on and actually find somebody that's all like, now you're in a situation where somebody is like chasing after you. They want you. Like I think a lot of people forget that exists. I'm like, you get so caught up with like having it where somebody chases you're chasing somebody and you don't know how it feels to have that happen to you. So I'm saying like that's why like at times you just gotta move on. You gotta let things go. You gotta move on. What is going on with my TV? Bro, I hope wrestling. Okay, hold on. I'm all right. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but anyways, I've been watching wrestling these past almost 18 minutes and stuff, and then doing this episode. I did get distracted at times, but I'm like, I'm good. All right, so. But anyways, to make a long story short and things, I take that back because there's that guy that be on Instagram, they was like, dude with signs, he was just like, don't say long story short after you told a long story and stuff, but to end this off with just like the quicker way or whatever, overall, don't chase after people if they ain't chasing after you. That's just the whole, objective of the story and stuff, in case y'all wasn't really catching, or the episode, in case y'all wasn't really catching on to what I was saying. Don't chase after a person if they ain't chasing after you, period. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 40 YouTube channels. I gotta remember to start saying that. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 40 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And make sure you use my supporter credit code for Epic Games, TMossBoss. And in the meantime, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.